What's up, my YouTube fam? It is Curtis Wayne for Shea Marsh Beat Club, back with another video. This is my Monday video. Today we're doing some business talk Monday. Show you guys all you need to know about the music business. Yes. By Donald S. Passman. This is the 8th edition. And as you can see, I'm actually reading this book, man. I have highlights in it, you know. I'm at chapter 10 right now. Now, just to start off to talk a little bit about this, we all know that the music industry, as far as a big scale, the major labels, you know, it's a failing industry, just like everything else, man. Most business nowadays is failing. I mean, all you got to do is do your research. You know, I read a lot of articles. I read a lot of books. You know, when I could go to Barnes and Noble, I read a lot of magazines. You know, that would be something that I would do for fun. You know, because I like to stay educated. I like to stay in the know as far as what's going on with business. You know, I love business. I love entrepreneurship. And so today I just wanted to touch on the topic of downloads and kind of just give you guys a little bit of the information that Donald has put in his book on as far as a major label situation, you know. So like I said, man, the music industry is a failing industry. There's no more A&R with the major companies, which is artists and repertoire, which they used to take artists and develop artists. You know, they'd say, oh, this kid, he has some talent. He's not quite there yet, but we'll still sign him, keep him under our wing for the next 3 years, have these certain producers or vocal coaches, so on and so forth, develop his talent. And then in 3 years, we'll release this artist. He'll be 15 years old or he'll be 16 and we'll put him out. Most record companies don't do that anymore. Not that I've, you know, from my research, I haven't found that to be true, because nowadays, most artists are already developed. You know, if you're an independent artist and let's say you have a following and you live in, let's just say you live in Atlanta and you already have a following of 50,000 people. And every time you release a project, you can sell 20,000 records. You know, you're doing pretty good for yourself. You're already a developed artist. So then at that point, a record company will come in and say, hey, we would like to sign you, and they'll offer you a deal. It can be in the form of a 360 deal, a 280 deal, a 180 deal. It just depends on your bargaining power, your lawyer, and your knowledge and what you know. So basically, Donald, he broke it down in here as far as downloads. So I'm gonna give you just this scenario. So let's just say you had a song, just one song. It's a smash. You think it's a smash, you put that song out. Or let's just say that song is a smash because you're signed to a major record company, right? And then that song is on all digital download platforms. And it's selling for 99 cents. So wholesale price on a 99-cent song is roughly about 70 cents. So being in a major label situation, you would get 7.7 cents out of that 99 cents. So each song that is sold at 99 cents, you would get 7.7% or 7.7 cents out of that 99 cents. Hey, if you have a hit on your hands and it goes, you know, it sells, you know, or it's downloaded, you know, 10 million times, then you're going to make a little bit of money, right? You know, but think about it in the sense of being an independent and you own the rights to your music. You own all your masters and you get out there and you work hard and you create a buzz for yourself and you sell your song for 99 cent download, right? And let's just say you sell, let's say you're able to go gold. Let's say you sell 500 singles at 99 cents a pop. You do the math on that. You get to keep all that money. Of course, now if you have a lawyer or a manager, of course, you'd have to pay them their fees, but you still make out pretty good. You'd actually make out better than what you would with a major company. The only way it would work better for you with a major is if this thing sells hundreds of millions of copies, and then of course also the majors can get you on radio, have you in rotation, and make the song a hit, make it a hit on a grand scale, worldwide, globally, but as an independent, you could just sit back and say, as an independent, all I need is 20,000 people, man, to buy an album for me. And it could be a digital album. Of course, CDs and stuff, that stuff is obsolete now. You can still buy them, but a lot of people don't buy them. They just use their devices to listen to their music. So let's just say you sold 20,000 albums. I'm saying, let's say you went out and recorded an EP, 6-7 songs on that album, and you sold that album for $6, and you were able to sell 20,000 of them for $6, I mean, that's more than what a manager would make working at McDonald's. You know what I mean? And you're doing something you love. You're doing something you enjoy. So you got to start looking at it from that perspective. Man, okay, if I can go out here and put in the work, and if I can get, 20,000 people on my side that support me every time I release a product, a project, or selling merchandise, hats, t-shirts, whatever it is, you can make a good living, selling your music. So it's just all about figuring it out. This entrepreneurship game, it's about figuring out what to do, and then also learning how to play the game, learning the metrics behind this social media stuff. That's something I need to work on. Because when you look at it, sometimes if you see a person, let's say on Instagram, and they have 1 million followers, right? But if you look at the likes on their photos, it might only be 100,000 likes. So let's say they average about 100,000 people that's really, really, really fucking with them, really, really checking for them. But they have 1 million followers, but it's only really 100,000. So that's 10% of that million. Only 10% of that million people is really fucking with them. But if they were to convert, let's just say 75% of that 10% that's fucking with them, 100,000 people, they were to convert 75% of that 100,000 into people that buy from them, customers, consumers. You make a hell of a lot of money. Keep that in mind, all right?